This is the BGG Climbers list for the week ending 6/1/2022. This list is put together every week by Michael Alexander. I'll include links in the description below if you want to take a look at the list. I'll note one thing I missed last week. I was too busy to do this, but we're going to go through this week's top 10. So let's take a look at it. First one is number 10, Planet Unknown. So this one is kind of a surprise. It started out a little bit weaker than a lot of games, and it's slowly been climbing. It could be due to the people acquiring it, maybe the excited Kickstarter backers or whoever got it first just didn't like it as much. Who knows? But it is climbing. I don't know if this one's going to get a retail edition, but I do know that I think the Dice Tower review was fairly positive for it. So we'll keep an eye on this and see how it continues to do. So this is number 10, Planet Unknown. Number 9 is Azul Queen's Garden. So this is the latest Azul game. We looked at it before. I really like the hexagonal tiles. I like the look of it. But I think that Azul yearly cadence is running out of steam. As you can see, the ratings are a little bit lower than previous Azuls, I think. And even the reviews I saw were not as excited about this as the previous ones. I think, the original Azul and the Summer Pavilion are the two most liked ones. So, and my favorite is Summer Pavilion, even though I own the original Azul. This is number 9, Azul's Queen's Garden. Number 8 is Carnegie. So we've seen this one for a number of weeks on the list. It is dropping a little bit in terms of its average rating for the last few weeks, but I think it's gonna stabilize in the 8-ish or high 7s range. As you can see, it's got a 7.88 average. So I don't see this one entering the top 100, but I do think it's going to end up in the top 200 games. So we'll keep an eye on this and see it. I think, also that it's available on Board Game Arena if you haven't played it. I think it's a solid game, but I'm not sure it brings anything exceptionally new to the table. I do like the artwork, though, from Ian O'Toole. So that's number 8, Carnegie. Number 7 is The Thing, the board game. So this one, it's come down from, it had a couple really strong weeks. It's come down a little bit. I think that this one's going to stay out of the top, obviously out of the top 100. I think best case, this thing ends up in the top 500 games. It's probably a niche game for people that really are interested in the theme here. So The Thing, the board game, number 7. Number 6 is Wonderlands War. So we followed this one for a number of weeks. I think a lot of reviews are coming out now for it. This week, it actually did a little bit worse than previously. So it has come down, a small amount. I mean, I agree with some of the, I would say, some of the criticisms in some of the reviews. Mostly the setup and takedown time is quite long. And I think some people said the game took too long. I think they played it with 5 people. So I played it with 4. I think I played it with 3. I think both those player counts work well. I mean, 4 is actually pretty good. And there isn't a lot of downtime. So the time does go by quite quick, but the setup and takedown time is quite a lot for this game. Number 6, Wonderlands War. Number 5, Wild Ceren Yeti. So this one's dropping further. I mean, the artwork on it, especially, I really like the cover. I think it looks good. I don't see this being strong enough to get in the top 100. It probably, if it stays at 7.21, it's probably not even going to be strong enough to get into the top 500 games, but we'll have to see for a few more weeks. So number 5, Wild Serengeti. Number 4, Pagan, Fate of Roanoke. So I don't know if I've ever seen this game. It's doing pretty well, actually, must be a Kickstarter game. Let's see. I'm assuming it's a Kickstarter game. So I don't know who these people are. Let's see here. Crowdfunding Kickstarter, 2-player only games. Interesting. So maybe that's why I missed it when it was out there. So let's see what it looks like here. It's got some unique, I guess it's tiles, not cards, even though they look like cards. Oh, I guess it's cards on top of tiles. It's a fairly small box game. So let's see how the reviews are looking for this one, for the comments. Netrunner the Witch Hunter didn't stay. So it's kind of, I guess, an asymmetric game. Keep interactions is a bit hard to pick up first. So I guess they say that one of them is the witch, I guess, is hard to play. Looks like a cool theme, clearly inspired by Netrunner. So I guess if you like Netrunner and you want a different theme or a different board game, this may be the one for you. I think it looks good. I think the artwork looks decent. I don't know if this, I guess this is a board that you play on. Or maybe it was a pre-release version of it. So, I mean, it is a 2-player game that was Kickstarter. It's going to be tough to get into the top 100 with this. I mean, most 2-player games don't manage to make it. And on top of it, it needs to get a retail release. So we'll see. We'll see if we see this for the next few weeks. So that's number 4, Pagan, Fate of Roanoke. Number 3, Scout. So I don't know what this game is. It's getting a 7.65. So I don't think I've seen this one yet. Coach your opponent's artists and outdo each other's circus shows. I mean, the artwork could use some improvement, I guess. Ladder climbing game, which cards 2 potential values may not. Okay, it's one of those ones, and players may take. So is this competitive? Let's see. Yeah, it must be competitive. Okay, well, I don't know. I mean, it looks like a small card game. It must be fun to play because it's getting pretty good ratings. Let's see. So this is adorable and clever ladder climbing. The hand management aspect is really neat. Walked away with my first game of Scout. Simple, but there's fun little decisions. So, you know, I guess if you really like card games, is it? I guess they say it's trick taking. I don't know, but this plays fast. Maybe it's good for younger kids. Maybe 9+ is too high. I don't know. I think it's gonna be hard for a small card game though to enter the top 100, and I think this confirms it's landing 7.65. We'll see. We'll see if this shows up again on the list. I guess this is the first week where I've seen it. So number 3, Scout. Number 2, Foundations of Rome. So this game continues to do better than, I would say, even better than I expected. Obviously, the production helps. I think people are really liking this game. We'll see how it does long term, and if people, the main reason I didn't back it was I just felt like it was too much of a game for the simplicity of it, and just too much space for a game like this. But clearly, a lot of people like it. I don't know if it's going to have enough oomph to get in the top 100 because it is a Kickstarter exclusive. I'm assuming they'll do a second Kickstarter at some point on this one, though. This is Foundations of Rome, number 2. And number 1 is Burn Cycle. So this is Chip Theory Games' latest game. Hey, I don't know when the Kickstarter was. It was quite a while ago. I ended up deciding not to back it. Most Chip Theory games I would back. I backed Hoplomachus. I backed Too Many Bones. I didn't back Cloudspire. I'm actually glad I didn't. And I have a feeling this one's going to end up in that category for me. I think from the reviews, the solo play I've heard is really good. Even the 2-player play is solid. As you can see, best 1 to 2. But I think more than that, just it takes too long. The one thing that I think and these metal minis that stick to your chips, genius idea, really. I think that's just, it's really, really cool idea, really innovative in terms of bringing a cool miniature into a chip game, which I think is fun. The reason I decided against it is watching the playthroughs, I felt like the programming aspect and the burn cycle thing isn't the core of the game, and I feel like that would have made it fun. I think that it's a sneak game where you're trying to sneak around instead of engaging with people, and I think that certain things are just, I don't know. Maybe the theme doesn't work with sneaking to me. I don't know. It could just be me. I think the production though is great as usual from Chip Theory Games, and the artwork is really cool. So I don't know, maybe with an expansion, when I'm assuming they'll come out with an expansion at some point for this game, I will consider backing it. But for now, I'm holding off on this one. Will it end up in the top 100? I don't know. I think we need some more weeks of data. I mean, this one had 8.13 before, which is obviously probably before most people got their games. And now it's got 8.48. I think we'll give it some time and see how much, how the ratings go. And also, I mean, it's Chip 3 game, so it should have regular availability on their website. So it's not like it's going to be unacquirable for people to. So this was the BG Climbers Week for the week ending 6/1/2022. If you like this video, please like and please subscribe, and please take a look at our other videos. Thank you.